What's up, YouTube? We got a discussion to do today. Today I wanted to talk about what exactly does a $100 yo-yo get you? So let's get into it. The reason I'm kind of doing this video is to sort of not really like justify, but sort of just kind of justify the gripe and the sort of complaint that I get pretty often that says, you know, apparently there's a thought out there that I have like some sort of bias against manufacturers and yo-yo companies that aren't based in America. That's not true. A good yo-yo is a good yo-yo, and a good yo-yo for a good price is a good yo-yo for a good price. Top Yo is based in China. Love the Top Yo stuff. Some of my favorite stuff. Very well priced. Beautifully machined. Plays beautifully. Love it. Magic Yo-Yo is not my favorite, but I like a good bit of Magic Yo-Yo stuff. I don't have any bias against that. Same thing with Yo-Yo Empire. I like Yo-Yo Empire very much as well. I think they do amazing plastics. Every plastic I've ever thrown has been dead smooth and just a really nice plastic, metal hybrid usually, and great stuff. But I guess where it really comes in is a lot of people think I have some sort of bias against Japanese companies, and I don't. Just, I guess for me, the price doesn't always justify, and that's kind of where that comes in, is that, are they nice yo-yos? Yeah, they're great. They're fantastic. Look, I'm a particular big fan of the Sleipnir. Not only the name, because it's based in Norse mythology that I'm a big fan of, but I just like the way it plays a lot. That being said, it's like, what is it, $168, $170, something like that. Maybe even more than that. Maybe it's like $250. No, it's $155. And that's like, to me, $155 for a mono metal really just kind of, especially one that's sort of as plain as the Sleipnir, is just sort of too big of a price hurdle for my mind to overcome. Now, that's machined in Japan, made in Japan. I get it. I know why that costs more. Japanese machining, Japanese everything is just, it costs more and it's precision. However, that being said, I know what you can get for $100. So, what can you get for $100 that would make me say, $150, $200, $250? I'm going to avoid those because there's yo-yos that I'm going to like just as well that cost way less. And let's talk about those. So, what can you get for $100? I keep bringing that back up. So, one of the first things that comes to mind, because they sell out immediately, and these aren't all $100. I think this actually was $75, but it's a glitch. But I think the regular ones are like $100, $110, depending on color and what have you, the non-glitches. But you can get the G-squared monometals right around $100. Now, if you can get them. But that's what they're priced at, right around $100. And, gotta say, they're absolutely some of my favorite yo-yos. Now, yeah, I like Jake. Jake's a friend of mine. He lives not that far from me, within a couple hours, and we hang out. And I do like his yo-yos as well. On top of that, and we attend the same contests. We sponsor the same contests. East Coast Masters. Jake's a sponsor. Brews and Brews is a sponsor. G Squared. Brews and Brews. It's gonna be a cool time. Come out anyway. See what I did there? But you can get G-squared yo-yos, which are highly praised and sell out pretty much instantly, every drop, and have been doing so for the last year, 2 years, something like that. Now, not to say like the Yo-Yo Recreations and the Sengokus and that stuff, not to say that stuff doesn't sell well, it does, but it's not quite on this level. And for $100, man, you get some nice yo-yos. This still is probably, this is the 2018 Banshee. This will probably be like my favorite yo-yo this year. So far, it's holding that up pretty well. It's just so good. I need to review this, but I don't want to seem all gushy about it. trying to let the like newness wear in, but I've had it for a couple weeks now. I'm still like, oh my god, it's so good. So I don't know if that's gonna wear off. But even the Pelican, which is the other sort of newest release, I guess now the 2018 Elite's out as well, but it's sort of the other newest release from G Squared for 2018. Just a solid yo-yo. Like, pick it up all the time. This was actually just on my desk. I didn't even have to like dig it out. Great stuff. So what can you get for $100 that, you know, $250, $150, whatever wouldn't compare to or is comparable to? Here's a start. Some G Squared stuff. Beautiful ano. Dead smooth. Awesome designs. Plays like a dream. I mean, doesn't get much better than that. What else? So, one of my other all-time favorites, which is sold out at the moment, but were pretty well available and did some pretty big runs on, the Countach 5000 QV from my good friends at One Drop Yoyos. This one is mine. It has seen many hours. I think I'm on my third set of response pads. Play this thing still all the time. One of my absolute favorite yo-yos ever. Still in my top 3, probably will be there just about forever. Just because of how good it is. And these were $100. 7068 aluminum, or 7075 aluminum rather. Machined in America, machined by One Drop, machined, you know, in limited quantities per colorway. Once the colorway was machined and sold out, that colorway was done. Only new colorways would be machined. So, bead blast finish, which is not that common for One Drop, but is just so good. And especially on that 7075 aluminum. This is one of my favorite grinding yo-yos ever. And it's just one of my favorite playing yo-yos, period. And, you know, you say, what's it get you? It gets you one of the greatest yo-yos ever. One of the nicest designs, one of the nicest tweaks to one of the nicest designs. Awesome. It gets you an incredible yo-yo. Now, it's not just me saying this. Everybody that owns one of these, not everybody, but a good bit of people that own one of these say that. $100 also gets you a Grail. Just about. I think Grails are what, 110, 112, something like that. Within that range. Still amazing. Everybody loves the Grail. Literally. Anytime anybody's like, what's your favorite organic? Like, half the people are like, oh, the Grail. The other half of the people are like, oh, it's the Markmont Classic. Oh, this is also machined by One Drop, by the way. Very similar profile of the Markmont Classic. It's just not as competition rim-weighted-ish. It's really more floaty and fun in every sense of the word. But the Grail. Jensen Kimmett, Charles Haycock. Do names in yo-yo get much bigger than that? I don't think so. Cool dudes, cool yo-yos. That's what $100 will get you. Why would you spend more than $100, right? What I'm saying. Anyway, what else will $100 get you? It'll also get you some of the nicest looking anodized yo-yos, and awesome playing as well. Monkey finger stuff. Monkey fingers run about $112 US. Nicest anodes I've ever seen. Ray's a super nice guy, and Monkey Finger's also East Coast Master sponsor, but Monkey Finger sponsors a ton of yo-yo contests all over North America, and they're just good people. And good people make good yo-yos that look really good and play really good. $112. So why would I buy a yo-yo that doesn't look this cool for more money? Ew. Doesn't make sense to me either. Now, so you're saying, well, Tom, those are all, you know, boutique high-end monometals made in small batches by, you know, small companies and stuff. Yes, they are. They're not, you know, mass-produced or anything like that. But, you know, once you move over to, like, Chinese manufacturing and what have you, there's still yo-yos that hit that $100 price point, hit right on that. And what do you get with that $100? With that $100, you really get even more, because you step into that, like, top-end, high-end bimetal stuff, and this is the Too Sick Knight and Gale. Well, Too Sick and Oh Yes Yo, both of whom will be at East Coast Masters to hang out and support this year. But this was their collaboration they did mid-end of last year. I bought one right when they came out because I'm a big fan of both of those companies. And I gotta say, it does not disappoint. I still play this thing all the time. This is like one of the yo-yos that I use to like work on new stuff because it's ridiculously stable, it's ridiculously easy to use, and it's just so good. It's a very hard H shape. I don't know how many people are super into hard H shapes, but I definitely am. And I gotta say, this thing is a beast. This is just like the most stable, longest spinning yo-yo ever that just lets you do whatever you want to do with it. $100. Yo-yos don't play better than this. They don't give you more of an edge on competition than stuff like this does. So here's what $100 will get you. And this is a machine in China. Not a problem with that. Love that, actually, because it stayed at a $100 price range. And not only could I support guys that I like by buying one, but I could get a really awesome yo-yo, and it didn't break the bank. Like, this plays like... I've played, lots of yo-yos. Yo-yos don't really get much better than this as far as bimetal competition designs are concerned. They really don't. Speaking of yo-yos that are just ridiculously good for not much money, let's talk about my good friends at SF. So, this is the newest one. This is Paul Harness's signature. This is the SF Bliss. These were also $100. These, kind of like the G Squared, sell out like that. I think the drops are a little bit bigger, too. They sell out pretty quick. 2-3 minutes, and, all of the yo-yos of the one color are gone. This plays incredible. This was, my, longest spinning, most stable yo-yo until I got this one. And now they are sort of the same level of long spinning, stable, and learn of new tricks for me yo-yos, because they're just so good. $100. Same thing with the SS. Although I won this one and it's a B grade, but that's okay because I don't know why it's a B grade. Maybe there's nano flaw. I don't know. I dinged it up, so it doesn't matter. But what's $100 get you? It gets you awesome yo-yos. And to say that there's yo-yos for, especially in 2018. Now, something came out in 2017, 2018. If something came out before that, cost more than $100, it's probably still a really great yo-yo, and the price was probably warranted. It's something happened in late 2015 or 2016 or something, where either just the cost of aluminum came down or machining costs came down. Something happened, because where you used to have to spend at least $100 to get an amazing yo-yo, now you're kind of at $100. You're sort of, it doesn't really get much better. Is sort of where I'm getting here. It doesn't. There's really nowhere to go from $100. You've sort of hit the ceiling of performance. You've sort of hit the ceiling of anodization potential and just overall machining quality. One Drop's also a East Coast Masters sponsor, if you didn't know. They won't be there though, sadly, because but I love One Drop. They're so good. But it's just $100 really now is the new benchmark, in my opinion, of where the cream of the crop lives. The best yo-yos sit at that $100 price point. And to fork over $200 or $250 or $300 for something that's not made of titanium, to me just doesn't seem worth it. So it's not that I have a bias against manufacturers that come out of Japan or whatever, or China or wherever. It's the price to performance ratio. If they can't maintain that price to performance ratio, meaning that $100 price point, if that's not the absolute best or the best thing you can do, if your yo-yos are consistently 150, 160, 175, I'm not gonna look at them. So it's not that I have a bias. I just don't even look into it, because it's I know what exists at $100, and I've played those 150, 175, $200 yo-yos, and I'm not overly impressed with them for that extra $100 or $75 or whatever. So to me, it's not worth it for me to go after those and look after those, because they just don't catch my eye any more than this would. They actually catch my eye less than something like this, and the cost is just way more. So what do you get for $100? You get pretty much the pinnacle of yo-yo. If it's older, came out, a few years ago, prices sort of vary at that point. I'm really only talking about 2016, 2017, 2018 Yoyos. But if it came out in the last, 3 years, let's say, between 2016 and 2018, it's got to kind of hit that $100 price point. Or to me, it's just sort of not going to be worth it. And I can't honestly sit here and be like, oh yeah, you should spend $245 on this Yoyo. I can't say that to you guys. These are honest reviews, and I have to give you my honest opinion. Is that a biased opinion? Am I being cheap about it? Maybe. I don't know. Tell me in the comments if that's what you think, but that's really why. So what's $100 get you? Best Yoyos ever. But that's just my opinion. So make sure you guys like and subscribe. Leave me a comment down below. Do you guys agree? Do you disagree? You can tell me I'm wrong. I don't care. It's fun. I lived my whole life being wrong half the time. So it's totally fine if you think I'm wrong. But it's all opinion. That's in my opinion. Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you like and subscribe. Cheers to you. I'll see you next time.